Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Coming in with an air temperature now of 85 degrees with lots of sunshine out there. Dew point has remained unchanged throughout the morning, pretty much, coming in at 68 still. It's not a really muggy, thick kind of atmosphere that we have out there, but it's certainly humid enough at 68 to support more showers today, and I think we will see some start to build. We have a south wind. Initially, we're going to catch a sea breeze, turning that wind a little bit more to the west in the next hour or two. And then I think we'll see a southwesterly wind general flow all across the southern Gulf waters begin to develop. And that will reinforce that sea breeze and push it a pretty good distance inland today. All in all, what that means is that with winds coming in off the Gulf, probably won't see a whole lot more in terms of a temperature rise. Probably top it out today around 88, 89 degrees. It's 85 right now in Wauchula, Arcadia at 84, 84 in Myakka, Parrish at 86, 85 in Bradenton. We have in Longboat Key 81 degrees, 85 degrees in Sarasota, as I mentioned, 83 in Venice, 82 in Inglewood, and 84 degrees in Northport. We have a couple of fronts that we are watching on the maps today. The first one is most likely just going to stall out, but it will bring a plentiful amount of rainfall to areas already just saturated in the deep south. I counted 7 states that have some sort of a flood advisory up, be it urban flood advisory or small stream lake, that kind of thing. And that will be the case again today. I think they're only going to enhance the difficulties that these southern states are feeling. Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Alabama, North Florida, actually, even Georgia, all in line for seeing some more flooding in urban streams and also in low-lying areas. Now, to the north of that, there's another frontal boundary. It's just kind of in the very beginnings of forming and getting its act together, as it were, called frontogenesis in meteorology. And that means that this is the little baby frontal boundary right now. But later on, as it develops and moves southward, it'll team up with this front, which stalls out over South Florida, and finally give it the push it needs to come through the state. That'll happen on Wednesday. And when that happens, you're going to kind of have a combination of that lift that occurs at the surface with a frontal boundary, upper level winds that will act as something of a vacuum cleaner, pulling up the winds from below, and we're going to have a very warm, moist, humid environment. Those 3 things all added together mean that there will be a chance on Wednesday, particularly Wednesday evening into Thursday morning, for some severe weather across the area. And we're monitoring that very carefully. Right now, the Severe Storm Prediction Center gives that a slight chance. More clouds around later on today, humid southwest wind. A few afternoon storms will be forming mostly in inland areas a little bit later on today. Right now, not a whole lot of action. We had one little area of disturbed weather move on through, then the wind shifted south and that lifted north and kind of mixed away. And right now, there's just not much going on radar, but that will change. We'll continue to monitor that situation for Wednesday. Right now, the main threat seems to be some gusty winds associated with severe thunderstorms, but there could also be some isolated small tornadoes as well somewhere in the state of Florida. We're talking more about that in the next half hour. But it's something to keep in the back of your mind as we refine the forecast into Wednesday. Today, 30% chance of showers. Tomorrow, about the same, mostly inland. Wednesday, a chance of rain, a good chance of rain, some of it heavy for everyone, coastal and inland residents. And then the front comes through and we kind of slice through some of that humidity, Scott.